Welcome back. I still watching this morning live on Metro TV, and this morning we are looking at building trust. I mean, trust is supposed to be each and everybody's work put together. Trust is reciprocal. It is our responsibility to make sure that we build trust, but often we don't do that. So today we have Reverend Akposheri here to tell us why we are not enthused to build trust, or even if we do trust, it's a 50-50 game. Rev, how are you doing?
Fine, thank you. Fine, thank you.
It's good to see you.
Good today.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're looking
Thank
good.
both of you.
I get. Thank you so much, and it's good to see you again.
You too.
And I trust.
Yeah, trust, dear. I mean, it's a big thing. But then, what is the essence of trust in the first place?
You see, trust is having security, confidence about a thing or something, or about a person. And when you don't have trust, definitely you cannot wholly open up. You cannot give out. You cannot know that you are completely giving everything of yours. You know, when you trust, you're vulnerable.
Yes.
You know that.
Yes.
So when you trust, you're vulnerable, and you can only give out when you're vulnerable. For example, love. You can only love when you're completely vulnerable.
Okay.
That's when you can really do it. When you are putting safeguards, you can't fully do it, because then you are checking if can I really do this?
Yeah.
You're asking too many questions,
Yeah.
and then you can't really do what you're supposed to do because of that limitation.
Okay. So, when you trust, you know you give room for disappointment.
Oh yes, definitely. Yes.
So, then in that case, why should you actually trust in the first place? Because if it's a 50-50 and you are giving room for disappointment, why should we want to feel disappointment in the first place? So you shouldn't trust.
You see, trust is a fundamental element of life.
Okay.
All right, it's a very expensive commodity. You see, it takes years to build, but seconds to destroy. Seconds to break. All right, but trust is what makes life goes on.
Okay.
For example, Metro TV trusts you to sit here, trust your skill, trusts you to be able to sit here and do the work. If it doesn't trust you, you won't be sitting here.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yeah.
So for the fact that they have trusted you to sit here and host this program means that he has given you a livelihood.
Yeah.
All right. So trust is very fundamental, and it's very necessary, because if we do not trust, then it means that we cannot go forward.
Okay.
It's one of the elements for us to take a next step in life, in whatever we are doing. If you don't trust, you cannot. If, for example, you don't trust the car you're going to sit in, will you go home?
No.
You know, so I believe that yes, there's a lot of disappointment. There are a lot of things.
It has negative sides
that have
and
made
everything.
people withdraw.
Yeah.
But we need to still trust, because it is one element that without it, going forward becomes very difficult.
Without it going forward, it will become difficult.
Yes.
That is happening. A lot of people do not trust. It could be, their family, their partners, colleagues, all of these things. Now, if the trust is not there, now I want you to help us build that trust.
Okay.
What are the steps? What do we have to do to, start building that confidence to be able to trust a fellow?
All right. So one thing we must understand is that a lot of things, some of their attributes that make trust become a problem. Now, people are not true to their word, and that's one of the elements of making people lose. So trust, we have the natural trust and we have the induced trust. Natural trust, when you are born, definitely wherever you meet somebody, once the person is a human being, you have some level of confidence that this person, I'll do this for you. You don't even know the person, but because of the fact that the person is a human being and you have that natural trust built in you, then you just throw it out. Okay. Your natural trust is betrayed when somebody does something and then that dies.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have an induced trust where that trust is being rebuilt again.
Okay.
All right. And that's where we have to rebuild the trust. Though it's very difficult and it takes a longer time to rebuild trust. All right. Very long time, because once a glass is broken, even if you mend it, you still see cracks.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we still have to trust, even if it has been broken. And one of the ways we can rebuild trust is by staying focused on the word that we say. Oh, I'm coming at 5 p.m. We'll see you at 8. Oh, I will do this for you. Oh, just call me tomorrow morning. It will be done. Tomorrow I call you and tell me stories.
Yeah.
Oh, I love you. I will die for you. There's,
I'll take bullets for you.
Yes. The next minute, the person is saying something else.
I'll marry
All
you,
right.
then I'll marry you again.
So you honor your commitments.
Yeah.
Okay? And then you don't make promises you cannot keep.
Fulfill. Don't make promises
Don't
you
make
cannot
promises
fulfill.
you cannot keep. Because when you can't keep the promise, automatically you disappoint somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the ways to rebuild trust, now if you know you have betrayed a trust, you have said things that you would do this, you would do that, and you could not do it. The best way to be able to repair it is now to make commitments that you can keep.
Okay.
Be true to your word. So now what from that time on, whatever you say, you must stay to it.
You do it, yeah.
All right, and then you must communicate effectively. Okay, you must be clear about what you are trying to say.
Yeah.
You don't leave dots.
Okay.
You must say, okay, this is what I'm trying to say, and this is why I'm saying what I'm saying, and this is what I'm doing, All this pertains both to our relationships, to where we work, and to all of that.
Okay.
Because when you are working with your boss and you say this, and tomorrow is something else. Oh, I'll get this done. Give me about 5 minutes, and it's 2 hours. The next time when you tell him I want to do this, I'm doing this for you, he's not sure.
Yeah.
Whether you'll be able
Whether
to do
you
that.
do it or not. And then it breaks that level of confidence the person has. Even if you have the skill,
Yeah.
your confidence is broken. And when the confidence is broken, then you are limiting yourself, because then if you have that level of confidence on trust, it makes you go to another level. But because you are not trustworthy, it becomes difficult for somebody to put something in your hand.
I hope this morning, Reverend is speaking to our seamstress and our tailors. Honestly.
Why did I see this one coming?
Honestly, yeah.
You can't trust them, eh? So,
Yeah.
But
okay. No,
yeah,
no, go ahead.
in building trust,
Yeah.
would you say it's important for we ourselves to have self-trust as human beings?
Yes, if you don't trust yourself, definitely you don't really value what you have.
Okay.
Okay, and when you don't value yourself, there is the element of low self-esteem, and that is what we shouldn't have.
Yeah.
So you must be able to trust yourself to a point, because you must also know that you are fallible.
Yeah.
You are human beings, so
Yeah.
you are flesh and blood, so definitely you have weaknesses. But
Exactly.
you must trust in yourself. You trusted in yourself that you are sitting here. If you don't trust yourself, you think you come and stand here and ask me questions. No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
But you trust yourself and believe in your abilities,
Yeah.
what you are able to do, and that's why you are seated here and you are confident.
Exactly.
So it is very relevant to trust in yourself, because if you do not trust in yourself, you cannot be able to do what you have been assigned to do, because
Yeah.
you don't have the ability to do it.
Yeah.
When trust is broken, what do you recommend? Do you say that move away from that particular person, or try and fix that? Because some people would want to, it's done with you. So I'm not talking to you.
I forgive you, but I won't forget.
I'm not having anything to do with you
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Or you can try and resuscitate that. Try and mend that.
Yes, it is very important that once somebody loses trust in you, you should know that everybody has weaknesses. And just as the person, betrayed your trust, you too can also be a victim of that.
We all actually are.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a possibility that just as you want somebody to be able to forgive you
Yeah.
for what you have done, you should be able to also say, fine, let me try and forgive, and build the trust. But you see, trust, when it's broken, it's very difficult to build. And that is one thing I always try to let people understand, that try not to break it. Because when you break it, especially in relationships, especially in your workplace, when you break the trust, it becomes very difficult for the person to be able to give you another chance. Because I said, when you break a glass, you mend it,
Yeah.
but you still see cracks. So even if the person has forgiven you, the chance for you to be able to take another step becomes difficult. He's looking at you with two eyes. When he's sleeping, when you come around, he opens one eye. Because he's not really totally confident that you will not do it again.
Okay.
So yes, it's good that we give them the opportunity and try to build the trust that we have for them, because we know we are fallible. So it's good. We should rebuild the trust, try to trust again, try to love again, and then casting them out will not be the right thing to do. Because sometimes the person, for the reason for which the person did what he did, you must look at that as well.
Yeah.
You know, So if you are able to look at all of that, then you give the person the next opportunity, the next chance. Just as God gives us chance. Every day we throw his trust into the bin. But he still trusts us and give us another chance, forgives us, give us another time, give us another opportunity to live and to move on.
Yeah.
So just as he did for us, we should be able to also do it to our fellow men.
Okay. I appreciate the fact that you brought God in it. I want us to go to the biblical way. I mean, people do lose trust in God for so many reasons. And let's say this morning someone has lost trust in God and the person is just flipping through the Bible and goes to Proverbs 3 verse 5. It says a lot there. Trust in the Lord, not in your own understanding and stuff.
All your ways.
You've been trusting in the Lord. And that's why I laugh at and that trust is broken. If the person sees this quotation right now, how is it going to help the person to rebuild the trust in God?
Yes, a lot of people lose trust in God. And I went to a symposium and a counselor was saying that please forgive God, and everybody was laughing. And I saw the sense in it, because though everybody said, "Oh, how can we forgive God?
Yeah.
Come on, you know." But I saw the sense in it because I realized that a lot of people have been broken. They have trusted, they have given everything only for things to go the way they went.
Yeah.
All right. But one thing I understand with following God is that there is a reason for everything that God does.
Okay.
For example, let's use Joseph for example. He was one of his favorite sons of his father, and I'm sure he loved God. He gave his life to God. I know everything, but God was watching. They sold him into slavery.
Yeah.
Took him through the slave masters. He went to Potiphar's house.
Yeah.
All the things were trying to get cool there. Before he realized his wife decided to do something else. He was thrown in prison.
Yeah.
And all of that. At that time, I think Joseph would say, serving God, praying, giving my heart and everything. How come you watch them sell me?
Yeah.
How come you watch me? I'm now a slave.
Yeah.
How come you now watch me? I'm now in prison.
Yeah.
But you see, God was taking him on a map towards leading or becoming the prime minister of Egypt.
Exactly.
So I want to let people understand that things might be tough for you. Things might be difficult. But I want you to understand that there's a reason for everything that happens. And God is doing it for your favor. That's why the Bible says everything works for good for those that love the Lord.
Yeah.
All right. So I want you to understand that yes, it's difficult. It's hard. You can see something that you can meet something that can overwhelm you.
Yeah.
But you must understand that there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. You don't give up. Just as Joseph, he started with difficulty, he started with troubles, but at the end of it all, he was leading the whole of Egypt. The whole of Egypt, yes.
Okay.
This morning, I hope Reverend has spoken to everyone, especially our tailors and our
our politicians are
and our politicians too as well. I tell you, trust.
Please,
trust,
we are trusting you to build our country.
I tell you.
and to make sure that we live good in our own country. Please remember.
We trust that Ghana is the hope of Africa. So let's put Ghana in the right direction.
We believe that.
Thank you so much, Reverend, for coming this morning. We really do appreciate that. And so, as Anaya said, every one of us need to have that trust, so that we can work together.
Exactly.
We can have that collaborative effort to make our lives better. Well, on that note, we draw the curtains on today's show. Let me say a big shout out to my brother Ebenezer Donko, aka DJ Sack, watching inside Hacho, and to all of you who watched the show today. Thank you. So on Facebook also, all those who watched there, we really do appreciate you. My name is Desmond Okrekudan, so you can call me Desifaden, the Star Boy, and
my name is Anaya Tanobuache,
aka the Star Girl.
Up next is Good Morning Ghana with Dr. Randy Abbey. Enjoy the rest of our programs.
Yeah.